Hi friends, in this video we will go ahead with projection of lines. What are the concepts are required in projection of lines and various terminology we will come across in this particular chapter we will discuss in this video. First of all, let us consider a line. Whenever we are going to solve the problem from a lines, except last case, that is line inclined to both the planes, that I will explain at the end. Except that case, in all the cases you can able to get the answer by if you take the help of a pen or pencil or any stick. So normally whenever you are writing the examination, you have the pen, you assume the pen is going to be a line, and if you analyze this, if you place this particular pen according to the given data, answer will be appears in front of you. There is no need to by heart any of the concept. So here, what are the various terminology we will come across in this particular chapter we discuss here. First and foremost thing is the length of the line. Normally, let us consider I am assuming line is AB. AB is a line. Why, sir? Because in the space, one end is capital A, another end is capital B. But once if it is the views, we are going to represent as A dash, B dash if it is a front view. AB, it is a top view. Now, AB is a line. So here, once AB is a line, what are the points we have to remember? It is placed in the space. It is placed in the space. So once if it is placed in the space, we have to know how that line is in the space. Once if you are aware of how it is there in the space, according to for that position, how we have to draw the front view and top view, we can able to know it later. So first of all, we have to know what are the information? Line AB. First information what we require? Length. Length of a line is required. What about the next, sir? Its orientation. Its orientation means how it is, sir. What is that? Let us all of you observe here. You take a pen here. If I place a pen like this, let us consider this is HP. If I place a pen like this, how it is with respect to HP? We know that it is parallel to HP. How can you conclude that it is parallel to HP, sir? So that is, just take an example. So here, how it is parallel to HP? This is HP. This is HP. How you can able to say it is parallel to HP? So here this is horizontal plane. How you can able to say it is parallel to HP, sir? That is, all the points here are equidistant from horizontal plane. That is why we can able to consider it as parallel to HP. In the first few minutes, we will go ahead with respect to HP. Later we will discuss with VP also. Now this is parallel to HP. I was not aware whether how it is with respect to VP. Sir, parallel to HP means not only this is also parallel. How it is, sir? This is also parallel. How we can able to say? This point and all these points, end A and end B, are same distance from HP. Here how much height it is there? Here also the same height is present. Let us consider this is the line. How much height it is here? Here also it is having the same height. That is why it is parallel to HP. Not only this, all these positions are parallel to HP. Just to take a pen like this, you rotate like this, or otherwise keep the pen like this. All points are on HP. Not only this, all these positions are parallel to HP. Not only this, here also. If you rotate like this, all these are parallel to HP. Good. Now, sir, what about when it is called inclined to HP? If both the ends are not equidistant from HP, sir, if it is here and this is not at the same distance, it is, if you observe, assume my finger wherever it is present, it is A. and A is nearer to HP and B is away from HP. So here it is considered as inclined to HP. Inclined to HP. If A and B are not same distance from horizontal plane, then it is called inclined to HP. Good, sir. Sir, this inclination, how we can able to represent? How can you represent this inclination? That is, so here the notation used for inclination to HP is theta. What is theta here? Line inclination with HP with horizontal plane. Line inclination with HP is this. So theta is the line inclination with HP. Sir, this is okay. Now, what are the possible values of theta? What are the possible values of theta? If it is like this, all the points are equidistant. Theta is equal to 0. If it is nearer, if it is away, then theta is greater than 0. So once if your goes on increasing, if the line is like this, it is perpendicular to HP. So the angle is 90 degrees. When it is perpendicular, if the difference between B dash and A dash, front view, this is B dash will fall here, A dash will fall here. The difference between these two, the height difference is equal to length of the line. Am I right or not? Let us consider line length is 50. If it is 10 above, B dash is automatically 60 because it is 10. Line length is 50. This point will at a height of 60. Therefore, the difference in these two, 60 minus 10, is equal to 50. So that is nothing but length of the line. If the difference in these two distances are equal to length of the line, then theta is equal to 90 degrees. So what are the possible values of this theta? Theta is going to be 0 when it is considered as parallel to HP. When theta is not equal to 0, so it is inclined to HP. When theta is equal to 90, if theta is equal to 90 degrees, then it is considered as perpendicular to HP. These are the three possibilities are there for a line whenever it is with respect to HP. With respect to horizontal plane, these are the possibilities for line. Sir, what about with VP, sir? Let us consider myself is the vertical plane. Now, if you observe here, all these points are equidistant from me. Therefore, it is parallel to VP. Now, what about this, sir? Here also this is equal distance from me. This is also parallel. All these are parallel to VP. Let us consider this is VP. All these positions are parallel to VP. All these are parallel to VP. Now, when it is inclined to VP, if one point is nearer, another point is away, then it is called inclined to VP. Just you put the pen like this. Move it like this. So it is nearer to you, it is away from you. Therefore, it is inclined to VP. In this case, it is perpendicular to VP. It is perpendicular to VP. So, what are the different possibilities are there? So, here, the line inclination with VP, what it is considered as. So, we can able to consider line inclination with VP is going to represent with phi. What is phi? Line inclination with vertical plane. Line inclination with vertical plane is phi. Sir, what are these two called? Theta comma phi are called. This is important, my dear friends. Theta comma phi are called line inclinations or true inclinations. Line inclinations are true inclinations. Theta comma phi are called true inclinations or line inclinations. So here you have to remember one more point. What is that particular point? What is the another point here we have to remember? So these line inclinations theta comma phi is always given with respect to theta comma phi should always given with respect to principal planes. Principal planes. So theta comma phi are the true inclinations with principal planes. Principal planes. What are the principal planes? HP, comma, VP. Theta is the inclination with HP. Phi is the inclination with VP. These are the things you have to remember if it is a line situation. But the problem is we are going to draw the projections of it. Front view how it is, top view how it is. So I will explain for front view. Automatically the same principles will be applicable for top view. So we will check it out for front view. So we will go ahead with front view. What we have to consider. So here, once if you observe, this is the line. It is parallel to HP. How much length you are going to get? This shadow will fall. This shadow will falls here. This shadow will falls here. So what is the length you are going to get in this case? How much it is appears? The same length shadow will falls on the principal plane. That is front view length. Here is same as true length. Sir, is this length is always constant? No. Observe here. If I am going to rotate it like this, if you observe, this shadow will falls here, this shadow will falls here. The length is reduced. Previously the length from here to here, now the length is reduced. Is it clear, my dear friends? So the length, just you observe now. Just you observe. Now in the one case, if it is parallel to VP, if it is in some situation we are going to get the true length. So once if you are it is going to be like this. Once it is going to be like this. Previously the shadow is here, now the shadow is shifted to here. Again the shadow is shifted. Are you observe, my dear friends? Just you observe. You keep the pen like this. You try to rotate like this. Then automatically this point will shifted like this. Then automatically the length is going to be reduced. So in the front view, some cases, in this case I am getting the true length, in this case true length, all these cases I am getting true length. But once if I am tilting like this, I am getting reduced length. So the front view length may be a true length or it may be reduced. Sir, these two only are possibilities. No, my dear friends. Third possibility is also there. Observe. I am rotating like this, reduced at one particular point and one particular stage. It will appear as a point. It appears as a point. So in the front view, what all are the possible lengths are there? Front view length will be, the length may be, the front view length may be, three possibilities are there, sir. What all are they? It may be true length, or it is reduced. Sometimes it is going to be 0. It is nothing but point. The length of the point is 0. Length of the point is 0. These are the three possibilities are there, sir. Good. Lengthwise is okay. Sir, how it appears? This is how much. This is how much means length. How means, always remember, my dear friends, object information is going to give with respect to principal planes, that is HP and VP. Whereas view information, front view or top view, whatever it may be, the view information always should be given with respect to XY line only. object information with principal planes theta comma phi with HP comma VP. Whereas here front view length we are going to draw. These are the three possibilities. But how it is with respect to XY line, just I will show one thing. Just you observe here. This is my XY line. So I have A dash B dash. Whether my A dash B dash is like this, whether my A dash B dash is like this, or my A dash B dash is like the inclined, or my A dash B dash is vertical. And one more, sir, here if it is inclined or parallel to XY line or perpendicular to XY line, then what is this inclination is called? What is this inclination is called? So here, is this inclination is same as HP inclination or not? You observe here, with this is horizontal plane, this is parallel, this is inclined to HP, this is perpendicular to HP. Sir, can I consider, sir, if it is like this, front view is also getting same. If it is like this, front view is also getting same. Here if it is theta, I am getting theta in the front view also. If it is 90 degrees, in the shadow also I am going to get 90. Sir, can I consider it as theta only? No, it's wrong. Why, sir? Whatever you shown, it is same. But why it is wrong? Just you observe, my dear friends. So here, all of you observe. Here, this line inclination is theta. In this case, you observe, this is theta. If it comes like this, it appears as theta only in the front view. It will appear as theta only in the front view. But all of you observe. All of you observe. This theta may be some 35 degrees. But I am rotating like this, my dear friends. In this case, you tell me. In this case, you tell me. This shadow will fall here. This shadow will fall here. The front view will appear as a straight line. Sir, even though theta is some angle, theta is 35, but in the front view it appears as other than 35. It is 90 in this case. In this case it is 90. Am I right or not? The shadow will appear. So in the front view it appears this shadow will fall here. This shadow will fall here. Here if you observe, it is a straight line. Means perpendicular to XY line. Perpendicular to XY line means 90 degrees with XY line. Then, sir, theta is something, but in the shadow, in the front view, I am getting some other angle. In some cases, you may get the same. In some other case, it is more. It comes to 90. In some cases, it is not going to get the same. Then how we have to differentiate this, sir? So here, the front view inclination will be considered as, so here the front view, this is considered as how much is the length is related to how much, but how means how much inclination it is. So we have to represent it with alpha. What is alpha? Alpha is the front view inclination. Front view inclination. I hope it is clear to you now. So this alpha, how it is? Sometimes, remember, sometimes it is equal to theta. Sometimes it may not be theta. It may not be theta. Is it clear to all of you, my dear friends? So alpha value, sometimes it is equal to theta, sometimes it is not equal to theta. In which case it is theta, in which case it is not equal to theta, I will discuss, you don't worry. Okay, first if you know the terminology, then concepts will be little bit easy to you. Different situations, different cases will be, means 7 to 8 cases are there in the lines. All those are going to be easy to you. So alpha, what is alpha? Front view inclination with, this is important, front view inclination with XY line. This is most important, my dear friends, with XY line. So always view inclinations are with XY, whereas line inclinations with principal planes. Line inclination is always with principal plane. These two you have to remember. Similarly, you take an example of pen, keep the pen like this. View from the top, keep it like this. View from the top. So you are going to get the true length. Rotate it. In this case also, by keeping parallel to HP, rotate it. In this case also, I am going to get the true length. Okay. So if it is keeping like this, make it inclined to HP. Automatically, it is not true length, it is reduced. Now you rotate like this. View from the top, it appears as a point. So front view or top view, front view or top view, or in the top view, the length may be true length, or it is reduced, or a point. Is it clear? But what about the inclinations are in the top? Just you keep the pen like this. You keep the pen like this, and it is inclined. Sorry, it is inclined to VP means like this. You keep the like this. So in the top view, just you observe. In the top view, if you bring it like this, it is going to be have some inclination. After rotating, you are going to get after rotating, this is your XY line. This is making some inclination with horizontal. Inclination with horizontal. How much it is, sir? In this case, it is same inclination. It is same inclination as VP. Good, sir. Okay, it is inclined to VP. Now, once if you are going to rotate it like this, so it is inclined to VP. I am not changing this infinite distance, and I am going to rotate like this. So in this case, it appears as a line in the top view, perpendicular line in the top view. Therefore, sometimes phi is nothing but line inclination with VP. Phi is equal to top view inclination. Sometimes it is not equal to phi. It is 90 degrees. You can able to get this shadow here, this shadow here. If you draw a line here, you are going to get a perpendicular to XY line. Just I will show it here, my dear friends. Now you observe, this is inclined to VP. This shadow will fall here, this shadow will fall here. So if you draw a line here, this is inclined. So in the top view, this is the top view. So this is inclined to XY line. This is top view, this is the object inclination. Now, without changing this infinite distance, so I am rotating with this. It is inclined to VP only. But what happened? This shadow is falling here. This shadow will fall here. On the time, top view will appear like this. Therefore, it is perpendicular to XY line. Perpendicular to XY line. So, some cases, line inclination with VP is same as top view inclination. So you observe, when you keep like this, this is the VP inclination appears in the top view. HP inclination will appear in the front view. So alpha is related to theta. Phi is related to what value, sir? Here, top view inclination is called beta. So what is another one? Beta. Beta is the top view inclination with XY line. Always the view inclination with XY line only. So here alpha comma beta are called view or apparent angles. View or apparent angles. These points you have to remember, my dear friends. View or apparent view angle or apparent angle. Alpha is the front view angle. Beta is the top view angle. This you have to remember. Good, sir. Apart from this, any other concept we required from the lines? Yes. That is the word trace. So what is the next word? That is trace. What is meant by a trace? What is a trace? All of you observe. Let us consider it is HP. Myself, wherever I am there, you assume here some plane is there, it is VP. Now, if it is a line here, it is a line here. So now, if you extend it, is it touching HP anywhere? No, sir, it is parallel to HP. That's why it never touches. Good, leave it. Now I am going to make like this. I am fixing this and I am extending it. So it touches the horizontal plane. So it touches the horizontal plane. In other case, this is, sir, here there is no need to extend it, sir. It is already touching or intersecting. So that is why, what is a trace? The object or its extension where it intersects or where it cuts the principal plane. The principal plane is called a trace. Observe. So in this case it won't have the trace. So once it is inclined, if I extend it, sir, it is intersecting here. I can able to bring down also, but it is intersecting here. This is called a trace. It is called a trace. Similarly, if you consider in this case, if I extend it, it won't touch vertical plane. It won't touch vertical plane. If it is like this, if I extend it, it touches vertical plane. If I extend further, it can able to extend further. It is intersecting here and moving back. So what it is here, it is having vertical trace. It is having vertical trace. Is it clear to all of you? Sometimes the line may not have the trace. Sometimes it has the trace. Which trace? That is, remember, if it is parallel to HP, if I extend it, it won't touch HP. If it is inclined to HP, it will touch HP. Okay, it has having horizontal trace. Sir, if it is parallel to VP, it won't have vertical trace. If it is inclined to VP, if I extend it, it will touch VP. So it is called vertical trace. Sir, is the trace is only for lines? No, my dear friends. It is there for planes also. For example, you may assume this is some plane. This is some plane. Sir, if you extend this plane, it touches the vertical plane. It touches the vertical plane. So it is having vertical trace. So if you observe, if it is a line, if I extend it, the trace is here. It is a point. Even if you observe, if it is a HT, what is this, sir? This is a point. At this place, it is a point. The trace of a line is a point. Whereas trace of a plane is a line. Trace of a plane is a line. Sir, what about the solid, sir? Solid will have the trace? Yes, definitely. It is a solid. If I extend it, it is going to get as a circle. Means it is a plane. So what you have to remember? The trace, what is a trace? The object or its extension where it meets the principal plane is called a trace. So I am going to write the definition, just all of you observe. The object or its extension where it intersects the principal plane is called a trace. Sir, if that principal plane is a HP, so here if the principal plane is HP, then the trace is called HT. What is meant by HT? Horizontal trace. So if the principal plane is VP, if the principal plane is VP, then it is called vertical trace. Then it is called vertical trace. These are the points you have to remember. When horizontal trace will be there, if it is inclined to HP, it has horizontal trace. When it has vertical trace, if it is inclined to VP, it is having vertical trace. So sometimes in few cases, all of you observe, in few cases the trace is same as the view. Sir, what is that? I can't able to understand. Simply you observe, my dear friends. Here, let us consider in this situation, the line is perpendicular to HP, but it is not touching horizontal plane. But the top view, if you observe, it is a point. Top view is a point. If I extend it, sir, it is meeting the principal plane wherever you are getting the top view. So once a line is perpendicular to HP, top view itself is horizontal trace. Similarly, is it touching VP? No, sir. If I extend it, it touches. Therefore, once it is perpendicular to VP, the extension can able to meet it. That is going to be the vertical trace. Is it clear? So sometimes, if it is, view will be coincide with the trace. When it is, the view will be coincide with the trace when the object is perpendicular. So these are the terminology. If you are familiar, then what are the different situations possible for a line in the space, and what are the outputs of it, means front view, how much length, how the front view is, whether it has the trace or not. All these things we'll discuss in the next video.